understood the problem design of first order low pass Butterworth filter, which we solved in the previous class, and I hope you done this assignment problem also. Now let me start with the second order Butterworth filter. So the difference between the first and second order is, in the first order Butterworth filters can be converted to second order by using the additional RC network, which is shown in the figure here. So this is a additional R and C network which we are used. So in the first order only RC network is there. Here two RC networks were connected, that once again to the non-inverting terminal only. Okay, so that is second order low pass Butterworth filter. So once again, it is a schematic representation of a second order low pass Butterworth filter. This will be the equivalent circuit, and it is the frequency response characteristics. So here, so as it's also low pass filter, so FH, this is the FH point, this is FH, that means higher cutoff frequency. So the frequencies below which the signal has a frequencies below higher cutoff frequencies are passed from input to output side, and the frequency above the higher cutoff frequency are blocked out here. Okay, so here R1 is a input and R2 is a feedback resistance, and this complete will be RC will be the circuit which is used to form the filter circuit. Okay, and here for simplicity I am just indicating the capacitance value C3 as 1 divided by S3 and C2 as 1 divided by S2. Okay, that is for simplicity. In the to make this, to simplify the derivations, I just indicated like this, and also you can just see here. So I1 current which is flowing is equal to I2 plus I3. Okay, this is you have to remember. So here it is a potential VA, which is the input to the your filter circuit. Okay, so this you just have to remember to derive the any of the expressions. Now let me start with the derivation of the gain of a second order low pass Butterworth filter. Okay, now, so I said from the figure, it is I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. Okay, see, and also we can write the current. You find out the current I1 from this figure. Just observe the figure carefully. So here it is V in, here V in minus V1 divided by R2. So here I1 is equal to V in minus V1 divided by R2. Similarly, I2 is equal to, I2 is what? I2 is the current flowing through the capacitance. So current flowing through the capacitance is nothing but, you just refer here, output voltage. So it is V1 minus V0 divided by this capacitance C. So I have written V1 minus V0 divided by capacitance C is 1 by SC. Okay, similarly I3 is, it is once again V1 minus VA divided by R3. So here it is V1 minus VA divided by R3. Okay, this is from the figure we have derived. So this equations we have derived, we have calculated the values of I1, I2, I3 from the figure. Now by using the potential divider, you have to calculate the potential at the point VA. Just wait for a few minutes. Now from the potential divider, so the potential at the point VA is equal to, once again, the potential at the point VA is, it is, you know, potential divider, apply the potential divider at this particular point and calculate the VA. VA is equal to, so V1 into 1 by SC3, that means the impedance of the secondary branch, okay, impedance here, and the total impedance, okay, that is the VA. See here, I have calculated VA here. Just observe VA here, it is VA is equal to V1 into bracket of 1 by SC3 divided by R3 plus 1 by SC3. So this is the equation to calculate the potential at the point VA, okay, and this up to here we have already understood. Now just to simplify the above equations, you will get VA here, and from this you can calculate V1 here, okay. Call this as equation number 1, which we current equations, and this you can call it as equation number 2. Substitute equation number 2 in equation number 1 here, okay, and after substituting, you just see here, you calculated V1 here, just substitute V1 value in the equation number 1 and rewrite it. You will be arriving at this particular equation, okay, at this particular equation, okay. Now just simplify it here, 1 by SC2 and R3, just cross multiplication of, 1 by SC2 here in this term, it will be goes to the numerator, and other part will be keeping as it is, okay. So now separate V0 and VA terms. Here V in, V0, you just take V0 from this right hand side to the left hand side, and VA from left hand to the right hand side, and simplify your equations, you will get this one, similar equations, okay. Now in this particular, okay, just R2 and R3, here also R3, just cross multiply all the terms with the other LCMs, take an LCM and substitute here, do it, you will be coming at this particular equations, okay. Now this R2 and R3, you just multiply to the your left hand side, okay, and here R2 gets cancelled, so R3 into V in, okay, so here V0 SC2 R2 R3, so VA and this term will be as it is, okay. Now VA here, you just take this term to the numerator side, so VA is equal to this, okay. Now we calculated VA, as we all know that, so from the configurations, inverting configurations, we know that output voltage equations, V0 is equal to 1 plus RF divided by R1 into V in. So it is 1, in this case V in is your VA, it is 1 plus RF divided by R1 into VA. So I am taking 1 plus RF divided by R1 as AF into VA, okay. Now just substitute VA here, which we calculated from the above procedure, substitute VA and just simplify it, okay. simplify it. So AF you divide into two, multiply, I mean separate the this and this part, rewrite it after one step simplification, two step simplifications, and simplify up to here. You will get v naught by v. Just simplify the above equation, go on simplifying the above equations until you get v naught divided by vn is equal to AF into R3 divided by this equations. Okay, now the cutoff frequency is given by, so WH omega h square is equal to R2 into R3 C2 into C3. So WH is nothing but 2 pi FH square is equal to R2 R3 and C2 C3. Just simplify it and calculate the FH value. Just simplify the equations to calculate the FH value. You will get FH is equal to 1 by 2 pi root of R2 R3 C2 C3. If you take all the resistances R1 R2 R2 R3 is equal to R, C2 C3 is equal to C, that means all the resistance and capacitances are equal, then FH is equal to 2 pi R square into C square, this equations. Okay, R square square into the root of R square C square is equal to RC, so Fs is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi RC. Okay, this is the equation to calculate the higher cutoff frequency of a second order low pass butterworth filter, and this is the equation to calculate the gain of an operational amplifier. Okay, it's very simple. First you have to calculate the VA value using the potential divider. Just go on simplifying it and find out the VA, then substitute VA in the V0 equation and then simplify it. You'll get the output voltage gain of an second order low pass butterworth filter.